Well, hello. For those of you that are watching, you probably haven't seen me live before, and you may still not be seeing me live. You may actually be watching this video. But hello, I'm DrMcBrick, and I have been out of the scene for a number of months because I've been moving and everything. And so, I've been working on getting my room in order, and as you can see, it's still not in order and stuff. So anyway, I just thought I'd get on here and see if there's anybody out there. Or of course you can watch this later at your leisure. Anyway, how you doing, Chilean Lego fan? It's good to see you. I haven't talked to you in so long, my friend. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing well. Yeah. Hope things are going well for you down there and you're staying safe. I just thought I'd get on here. I saw this in my garage. It was in a box and I'm like, I got to get this. I got to build Goofy because I love Goofy. I love anything with Disney, but mostly Goofy. So anyway, I just thought I'd get on here and Return of the King. I mean the doc. Well, you are so kind, my friend. You are so kind. I feel like I've been out of it for so long because I haven't done anything. I'm like looking at parts and I'm going, wow, I'm starting to break into a sweat because I'm actually going to start to build something here. But yeah, I appreciate the compliment, and I've missed being on a regular basis. I've missed making videos and making mocks and building and all that kind of stuff. So I just I'm almost well, I don't know. I'm not really almost done with the room in terms of getting it ready to start to build, but I'm getting close. And today was a major day. I made some major headway with the room. So I don't know who I'm doing first, Goofy or Donald. Not really sure who I'm going to build first. Probably Goofy, because Goofy is mine. I think Goofy is much better than the mouse, if you ask me. And now that I live in Florida, it's going to be interesting to see because I'll be able to go to Disney World just about any time I want. And Legoland. I noticed that you did improve your channel. I didn't think, I thought you did a great job to begin with, Chilean. I really, I have been watching videos. It's good to see you, Pat. Nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I have been watching your videos, Chilean Lego fan, and I've always enjoyed them. I've always enjoyed them, and keep doing what you're doing, man. But I have noticed that you've picked up a little bit to step up in the quality. How you doing, Vlad? It's good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I'm just doing a little kind of not to steal the phrase from Jang, because I admire and respect him, but kind of a chill build. Just sitting here going to build Goofy. Getting back in the Lego game after. Oh, isn't that a great sound? Isn't that a great sound? Okay, Javier, I will call you that. And that is fine. I forgot your first name, and I apologize. But it's been almost six months since I've actually really done anything live. Well, it's been about 7 months since I've done anything live, but about 6 months. I throw out a video once in a while to just show people how I'm doing with my move and getting the Lego studio set up and stuff. But anyway. So, yeah, but I'm excited. Look at this. All these parts. Look at all these parts down here. I'm pretty excited that I actually get to build something. So, I'm going to start. And for any of you who are watching this video after the fact, thanks for sticking by me on my channel over the move. I know that I was pumping out 2 or 3 videos a week and getting several thousand views on a lot of my videos, and stuff like that. But that was 6 months ago, and life happened, and I had to move and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, feel free in the chat room here to speak your mind, say what you want. I'm trying to see if I can get this. Let's see here. All right, there we go. Vlad, you're Russian. How are things in Russia, my friend? I have a good friend who lives in Moscow. And her and I have been friends for many, many years. And she keeps me updated in terms of what's going on over there. Brickman, new Lego City update. You know what? I don't have a Lego City update now because my Lego City is in crates. And let's see if I move the camera over here. You can see it's still in all those crates right there. That's only half of them. I mean, it goes way down there. But I'll have one coming up soon. And hey, from Hungary, my neighbors growing up were Hungarian, And I'll tell you what, there was chicken paprikash. That was the meal that they always used to cook. And I assume that's a Hungarian meal. But man, I'll tell you, yes, I love that. And I wish I could get some authentic chicken paprikash now. But I remember Zoltan and Madeline, they used to make that. And I absolutely adored it. I loved it. Loved it. So yeah. So anyway, just been working, trying to keep up with things. Obviously trying to keep up with my real job. That's the reason I'm able to move. I was able to move, but I'm getting things situated. I got all my parts bins all on the wall now, and I got all my parts in them and things like that. I'm working on it. I'm trying my hardest. So howdy, Rom. Good to see you, Rom. Rom, you're my neighbor. I think you live somewhere around me. Now don't give it away, but I'm pretty sure that you live somewhere in my neighborhood. So it's good to see you, and we're going to have to connect. We'll have to connect, say hi, and once I get my Lego City going back to where it was, if you've seen any of my other videos that I did for the past 3 years, you know that I have a lot of stuff. So hopefully we can meet up. I'm sure we will, since we live in the same community. That's really cool. That's really cool. I've heard a couple of things from some folks who live here in this community who love Lego, and I'm hoping to get built back up to where I was, and to hopefully get some folks who like to build Lego as well, and maybe get a kind of a group going or something. Let's see. We need white noise 8-hour loop of Lego brick sounds. I know, it's great, isn't it? I love that. I love that sound, and I just dropped a piece. But you know what? I'll probably have it in the parts bins. I haven't even got my parts bins organized. I got some there. I got some over there. I got a whole bunch behind me, things like that. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Unfortunately, more slowly than surely. It's been a crazy year for all of us, hasn't it? Yeah. And, it's funny because there seems, in the 6 months that I haven't really been posting much, like I said, there for 3 years, I was posting every weekend religiously, and my city just went from being tiny all the way to being huge. In the 6 months I was gone, there seemed to be a lot of new Lego YouTubers, and a lot of younger. I mean, I don't know, I'd say probably in their late teens, early 20s, and they're all like ambassadors of Lego now, and they do, and it's like, wow. Kudos to them, right? I'm just an old guy who likes Lego. So I don't have both of my cameras set up right now. I got the jib over here for it, but I don't have it hooked up or anything. So I'm getting there. Again, I'm getting there. So anyway, these Brickheadz, it's weird because at first I thought I wasn't going to be a fan. I'm not a fan of them because they look just weird. But at the same time, I've collected just like 30 or 40 of them over the past couple of years. So I have tons of Brickheadz that I got to build or sell or do something. But I like to build whatever I buy. I literally have a 3-car garage, and the third bay of my garage is filled with nothing but Lego. Fortunately, I have an alarm system and a 90-pound dog as well. And cameras around my house. So anyway, let's see. I'm trying to, let's get in here and put some of this together. So what are you all up to? How are you all doing? It's been a long time since I've talked to a bunch of you. Yeah, long time no see. Nice to see you. Yeah, OA Studios. Always good to see you. Always good to see people that I know from my past. Well, most people it's good to see that I know from my past. Some people I don't want to know about. But no, I'm just kidding. Anyway, so putting the Brickheadz together, you know how they go. For those of you that built Brickheadz before, they all are built pretty much the same way on the inside, and you have to put that pink heart in it, which the pink brick represents the heart of the brickhead, just in case your brickhead is heartless. Let's see here. What do I have to build? Oh, there we go. Okay. So what else has been going on out there in the Lego world? I have been, even though I have not been able to broadcast, I have been able to continue to purchase Lego. And so I have, like I said, I've got a ton of backlog now. You started doing stop motion. How's that going for you? It's going like crazy, huh? I'm going. You know what? I'll have to look at your stuff again, because that was one of the things that I wanted to do when I had Figsdale and Six Figs in, that my huge basement and stuff. I built that, making it, hoping that it would be a set for my stop motion stuff, and because I used to do claymation stop motion, because I'm old, way back about 25 years ago, and so I wanted to do it with the Lego, but of course I moved, and now the city's all torn down, and I have to build it again. This time I'm going to build it with with more in mind of stop motion stuff. So I'm glad it's going well for you. I'm gonna have to check out your stuff. I can't wait. That's cool. I'm gonna write that down because I don't want to miss that. All right. So anyway, so I'm starting to build the Brickhead as it's. So I'm curious, for those of you that are out there, and for those of you that watch this, and let's see, I've tried stop motion, and it was hard for me. Stuff wasn't so nice. Ram, it's tough when you get started. And I know on my channel, I think I have 2 stop motions that I did. You're right, Brick Filming does do a really good job. They do a really, there's a documentary on making brick films. There's several actually, and there are a bunch of YouTubers that have great channels that talk about each technique that you do. And I wish I knew the name of them. See, this is how much I've been out of the game for a while. I forgot their names, but I used to follow them quite religiously. But they are great because they'll just spend an entire, video episode on like how you make a minifig jump, for instance, without showing, tape and all that kind of stuff that they're jumping. And so I would encourage you to Google it as much as possible. And there's tons of videos out there. And then of course that documentary that you mentioned was really good too. But it can be hard, and it's not, to me, it's not so hard as it is tedious. And Adrian, our 14-year-old, and he and I started the channel. He's kind of off and on with the channel now. He still collects his checks, though. Isn't that interesting? He's we started the channel together, and it's kind of gone to where I'm doing most of the stuff now. But he did some stop motion early on in our channel, and it took 6-7 hours to do like 45 seconds of stop motion. And if you do it really good, then you have to put in post, you have to do the post production on the computer and all that kind of stuff. But it can be fun. Hi to everybody that's out there. It's good to see you. I see people stopping in. I have a very little supplies of Lego, and it's unorganized, so I had to use one base plate and just use the same brick for each piece. You go with what you have, right? I mean, that's the great thing about Lego. You use what you have, and that's all that counts. You're trying, man. You're trying. Let's see if I can bring this up here. Let me see how can I get this. How can I get my chat room back up here? Somehow. Oh, here it is. There. Let's see. What is this? Sorry, I'm trying to bring my chat room back up here because I wanted to see what you said. For some reason, my chats pop up and they disappear. And I don't know why it's doing that. So I apologize here. Yeah, what is it? Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Do I have a Twitter account of Vlad? I have a DrMcBrick account on everything, literally on everything, on all the socials, but I don't use Twitter. It's just kind of a dead account. I don't use it. I was just finishing editing my new brick film, but then it received a notification and it just faded. I received a notification for this live stream. Oh, well, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Javier. I appreciate you coming into the stream and talking. Let's see here. Another thing is that I'm building Lego City. My first building is the Daily Bugle, Yeah, good building. I bought that. So yeah, I can't wait to build that. And I'm trying to get the assembly square also, building costume buildings. I like a mix of both. Yeah, I do too. I like a mix of the kind of the old style, the new style, and stuff like that. And I really do like that bugle. As a matter of fact, for those of you who are watching, this is breaking news, a special. I'm actually going to put Jerry Seinfeld's, you know, the new Seinfeld Lego set. I'm actually going to incorporate that into the Daily Bugle building. So the Daily Bugle building won't be the Daily Bugle. So sorry for all you fans of Spider-Man and the Daily Bugle, but it will be an apartment building for Figsdale, my city, and I'm going to incorporate the Seinfeld set into that building. And so it'll be like Jerry's apartment. So I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. And it's going to be hard just doing it with one Daily Bugle. And you know me, if you've seen me before in the past, I've been known to buy 2 or 3 of the same set, but I don't think I'm going to buy 2 of the Daily Bugle. But I may make the back of it pop out a little bit farther than it is normally, and that might help me. So we'll see how that works. So yeah, so I'm excited. So anyway, stay tuned. That's going to be a while. It'll be coming up, but we'll see. Do you have custom Lego $20? I do have some custom Lego $20 worth of. Well, that's great, Ram. If you know, again, the great thing about Lego, man, is you work with what you have, and that's how I got started. Of course, I got started as a kid a long time ago, but then when I got started back as an adult, I didn't have anything either. And you know what I did? I got on eBay, I spent $50, and I got a tub of just old Lego, just like this, you know, like a bunch of parts. And then I just started building stuff. That's kind of how I did it. You know, I wouldn't mind starting a group for the neighborhood. Yeah, and I used to do a lot of stuff for, a lot of seminars and builds and things like that for kids groups and all kinds of things. So that would be kind of fun. I would like to do that. And especially once I get things up and going, and especially once, you know, we get over all this virus stuff and everything, and, you know, it gets much safer and all that kind of stuff for everybody to get together and everything like that. But yeah, I think that would be really cool. I would love to do that. I should just hold this up so you can see what I'm doing. I like this piece, this torso piece with Goofy's turtleneck that he always wears, that orange turtleneck. Gosh, I know I don't do a very good Goofy impression, but I got to keep pressing this to get to the live things. Do you have any good thoughts on the Lego Ninjago Seabound sets? No, unfortunately, Heavier, I don't, because I haven't paid much attention to those. I have a ton of Ninjago, and I haven't built most of it. Almost 90% of it I haven't built. And so, I have Ninjago City, Ninjago Gardens, the Big Destiny's Bounty, all the stuff from the Ninjago movie. I have all the stuff from the Ninjago, like that game that they came out with last year. I have the Dragon Gate, a bunch of temples, of course the Temple of Air-Jitsu I had built. I have so many Ninjago things that one of the things I'm going to do with the new city is I'm going to make Ninjago underneath of the tables. So that way, under one side of the entire wall, underneath of the table where Figsdale and the amusement park Six Figs is, there'll be Ninjago, and I'm really going to do that up really well. So yeah. But I don't know anything about the seaside Ninjagos yet. I just got into Ninjago after, I like Ninjago, and I love Ninjago, and Adrian he doesn't like Ninjago. He's like, I don't like Ninjago. Piper and I, my 10-year-old, we love Ninjago. We love it. And hi to everybody who's on chat, who's coming in. I actually didn't mind the movie. I thought the movie was pretty decent. I kind of liked the movie. I like the Ninjago movie better than the Lego Movie 2. I thought Lego Movie 1 was just brilliant. Lego Movie 2, but the Ninjago movie I thought was right in between the two. Lego Batman movie, pretty cool as well. So anyway, and actually, I don't know if you've ever played it on the Xbox or on any of the consoles, but the Ninjago Lego game is actually a pretty good game to play. I found that out because I bought it for like $4.99 in some sale, and I played it on my Xbox, and it's actually kind of a fun game. It's a fun game to play. So All right. Hey, we got 9 likes. I'm excited. Everybody's coming in the room is hitting that like button. That's great. So let's see here. So we got Goofy. There's his back. Here's his front. We got his hands so far. And now we're going to start making some of his scarf, I think, or the thing on the back that makes Goofy who Goofy really is. And again, I think Goofy is the best Disney character that there is, but that's just my own opinion. The Lego Movie 2 was Star Wars Christmas special of the Lego movies. Yeah, it was. You know, it was, except for it didn't have Chewie's family in it. Thank God, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was that Star Wars. For any of you that's seen that Star Wars Christmas special, that was crazy with Chewbacca and his family and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that was crazy. Vlad, I think you asked a question, my friend. Let me see if I can pull you back up. Here, let's see. It says, I'm sorry for such a question, but how old are you? And how many years have you been interested in Lego? No problem, man. I'm 55 years old. I just turned 55 July 1st. I have been playing and building Lego since I was 5. So for 50 years. So half a century I've been doing Lego. Hey, how you doing? Welcome to Euphoria. Thank you. Yes, I am settled into my room now. I was just telling Vlad that I'm 55. I've been working with Lego since I was 5. I've been building Lego as an adult fan of Lego. I built Lego until I was a teenager, until I was probably about 18. Went to college, forgot about Lego, and then decided that I was going to have a family. Had 3 kids, went to grad school, did all kinds of stuff. You know, life happens, right? We have to make a living for our families and do what we got to do. And so I forgot about it. But then I had kids, and my kids, of course, liked Lego. And so I started playing Lego with my 3 kids, and got into it in my 20s and 30s, particularly my 30s, with my 3 kids who are all adults now and grown. Actually, my oldest is 30 years old, and he now has a son. I have a grandson who plays with Lego, and so anyway. But then I got remarried, and then I was kind of living the single life after I got divorced and stuff, and didn't do Lego. But then I got remarried. I had more kids, and then those kids like Lego, and then finally I was like, you know what? I am going to build Lego because it relaxes me. It helps me forget about the world and all the craziness that we have in this world. Helps me to chill out, to be peaceful, and anybody who loves Lego is a friend of mine, and it seems like I'm a friend of theirs. People who love Lego don't hate. And that's something that we have too much of in this world. And so that's why I've been building Lego and talking to people and doing stuff. So anyway, enough of that. But that's a long answer, Vlad. Sorry about that, man. All right, let's go back to the chat here. Didn't you have a dark period? Yeah, I did have a dark period. And yours was probably 30 years. Yeah, I did have a dark period. I had 2, like I said. So those 2 dark periods, in between wives, to be quite honest, and lives in a sense, was when I stopped doing Lego. Saw your vid on what Lego means to me. Oh, well, thank you very much. Welcome to Euphoria. Yeah, I did do a Lego for any of you that are interested in seeing it, but I did do a Lego, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And I did a video on how Lego helped me through depression and helped me get through life, and kind of, feel better about things. And I was in a dark time for a while. So it did help me. I'm glad that was inspiring for you. Welcome to Euphoria. Thank you very much for saying that. That means a lot to me. And sure, no problem, Vlad. No problem answering the questions. Ram, I'm trying to make something a police station that's present, feature like any ideas. Some sort of feature for a police station. What I would do is I would make the cell where they have the prisoners, and this is an old Lego trick. Make the wall on the outside of that cell, make it able to be punched out. And so whether you build it and you build it up with bricks like this, and then you use a tile and you set the bricks on the tile, so that way all you have to do is just kind of, you just punch the building out and it slides, or the wall, and slides across the tile, and you're done with it. Or if you build it on a hinge, so it hinges out and comes out. Or if you can actually build a mechanism. They actually have a plunger in Lego that you could get on the aftermarket that would actually knock it out if you tapped on it. But I would think that would be a cool feature for a police station. Brixie predicts that the next modular is a hospital. What do you think? Well, in some ways, I hope it's not a hospital because I have my own hospital and I like it. and I don't want to buy another hospital. You know, they have been, I mean, that has been predicted for many, many years. The hospital, I don't know. Brixie could be right. Who knows? I'm sure he'll buy $3 million worth of them because he seems to have to buy a ton of stuff. And I just saw, yeah, you know, you said that there were police stations in the city line that did that. All through, even I remember as a kid, the really rudimentary police stations that they made had breakaway walls and stuff. You know, that's something you can do. And I would show you if I had basically if you don't know how to make a breakaway wall, say you have a brick like this, you build a wall, and then you build another couple bricks. Let's see here. I don't have enough bricks to build. All right, here we go. Yeah. So let's see here. So you build a wall like this, and you keep building up on the wall. But at some point, I don't know if the camera's there, at some point you see there's a tile there, and so it makes it really easy for that wall to knock away. And then that way you can build and have a knockaway wall so your prisoners can get out. The other thing you could do is also make it so the prisoners will fall into something with the trap door. So you have a door like, you have a plate like this that, you know, the prisoners are walking on it, they're trying to escape or something like that, and it just falls in, and then they fall down into a dungeon or a prison or whatever. So there's all kinds of cool stuff you could do, Rom. Let's see. The escape feature is with two of the one. Yes, yeah, very good. 2x1 roof tiles, exactly. Yeah, I love all those little features. And that's one of the things, you know, if you're really interested, there are tons of people that Google it, search for it on YouTube, and I'm sure there's videos out there. Some of my videos I have from the past, if you want to scroll through all 300 of them, I have a couple of videos where I have some breakaway walls, and I have walls that kind of look like walls like this, but then they come apart like this. And that's a neat type of wall to build as well. The sheriff's lockup that I did, which is an old Western set from the 90s, has a breakaway wall as well. And it's where the idea is that the thieves put some dynamite in a slot and it blows up the wall and they can get to the safe. So yeah. Boy, I don't like this. I have to keep tapping on this in order to see what everyone's saying. Will I make a new intro with the same song? You're right. I got to step up my game just like you did, man. Yes, I am going to I'm going to keep the same song because you know what? That song's just kind of, every time I listen to it, sometimes I don't have it up here, but I have one of these, I don't know if you can see it here. Let's see. Well, you can't, now I'm covering up the camera, but I have one of these things here. And one of the buttons is programmed so that I can play the song whenever I'm doing a video or whatever, and roll the song. And I sometimes I'm sitting here working for work, and I hit that button and roll the song because it just makes me feel happy. But I will update the graphics because those graphics that I have, the intro songs, the intro that I have for all my videos, I made that when I first started out. So some of those mocks and stuff aren't the best, yeah. So although I do have my the song is like Doc McUkulele, huh? I have not heard that. All right, I just bought a load of bricks from Lego Bricks and Pieces, but there were some missing. It's very annoying when I'm trying to complete my mocks. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. It is annoying. I've had that happen, and the last time it happened, it was one piece. I ordered just one piece. I mean, I ordered like 3,000 pieces, but one piece that I ordered was a single piece, and it was a pivotal piece to one of my mocks. and I was so upset about the whole thing. So yeah, I understand. But you got to give the people credit in Denmark. I mean, they're literally picking each piece and putting it in a bag. At some point, there's got to be a mistake. So I just figured, hey, so. Ram, I don't have a soundboard, but I have what's called a Stream Deck. In the Stream Deck, it has 15 programmable buttons, and so you can program it as a soundboard. You could program some of those buttons to roll credits, to put my logo on the screen, to put my Instagram handle up on the screen, that sort of thing. It seems the tall one in my family, you're the tall one in your family, and I like basketball. Funny, did you ever go to a Michael Jordan game? No. And as a matter of fact, I played basketball all through school. I loved basketball. I still love basketball. I coached basketball I coached it for my younger kids when they were little, and I coached Adrian's basketball. So I coached for over 20 years, and I've never seen Michael Jordan play. I never saw him play, but I did see, because again, I'm old. I did see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Daryl Dawkins, Bill Russell. I mean, if you're talking about classics of the game, I've seen them. I've also seen, I'm from Cleveland originally, so I've seen LeBron James, of course, play not only in pros, but in high school. And so, yeah, but I love basketball. Let me catch up here on the comments. It's great to see everybody in here. What is the streaming box you're using, Mike? It's called Stream Deck. STREAMDECK. Stream Deck. Look it up. I don't know who it's by, who makes it. I think it's made by a company called Stream Deck. And it's actually really cool. It's great. If you do any streaming at all, it's really nice to have. All right, let me catch up. Music Binder Pro. Hey, it's good to see you. Yeah, from Canada. All right. Are your tables installed now? No, unfortunately. Well, I don't have all my tables up. I kind of got into a little, Adrian wants me to do it one way, Dennis. I want to do it another way. So we're kind of going back and forth on that, but I think I'll win out because I paid for the tables. So anyway, yeah, well, thanks. Boy, I tell you, this is great. Everybody stops in the room, hits the like button. I love it. One of the things I found is it's so hard to build and talk at the same time. But I'd rather talk, especially now because I have not seen or talked to a lot of folks. It's good to see everybody. I'm going to take a drink now, so I apologize. It's just water. Trust me. All right. So I got Goofy here. This is as far as I've gotten. One thing I'm figuring out is since the move, and since this is my first live stream since I moved, I have discovered that even with fans and air condition, being in Florida now, live streaming is very hot with all these lights on. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I'm gonna have to figure something out here because this is like getting pretty hot. Back in Ohio, I was down in my basement, and of course the basement is always, just a constant coolness, and didn't have any problems there in the summer and especially in the winter. But in the summer, no problems. But man, I'll tell you what, it's pretty hot up here. I have my overhead fan going. I have my air conditioning unit right above my face. Yeah, it's pretty hot. But then I have the stage lighting coming at me too. All right, I think I may have missed some folks. I see folks coming in and out. I appreciate everybody that's coming in, no matter what you're doing. Hey, Mike, what part of Ohio did you move from? I moved from Columbus, Ohio, and I lived in Columbus for 20 years. I loved it. Columbus is a great town, great city. I still work from Columbus. I still work at a university in Columbus. But I'm working remotely now thanks to my amazing employer that is letting me work remotely, so I can work from Florida down here and be home all the time. How hot is here? I don't know. Let me check. But I'm originally from the Cleveland area, and let me see how hot it is. Oh, you know what? It's not very hot right now. No, it's showing it was a high of 95. And it says right now it's 80 degrees. So I don't know. I think now that I think about it though. Hey, how you doing, Mark? It's good to see you. It's good to see you. How are things in Germany? I'm so upset. We didn't get to come to Germany last year because of the pandemic. We were scheduled to come to Germany, but we did not make it there. And we were scheduled to come to London and the Netherlands and all kinds of places, but we didn't unfortunately make it. So we unfortunately did not make it. I'm going to crank the AC up because, yeah, it is getting kind of high. Let's see. So let me look at some more. My room is dark when I'm not building. It gets ice cold. Yeah, you know that. The other thing is I do have my window open, and I have a huge window here, which is something I have to think about because you know how much Lego fades, and you know how bad the sun is here in Florida. So I really have to work on that and get some room darkening shades for this room because I do not want this Lego to fade. I can come over to London again. Yes, I can. I heard that. I heard that. Yeah. So, you know what? To be honest with you, I'd rather be in London right now than in Florida. It's pretty bad here. Crossing my fingers. You know, being for those of you who don't know, I'm medically compromised. You know, like I said, I was athletic all my life, but I only have one lung, and so I am deathly afraid of this virus. So I have to take precautions. Originally from Cleveland area, yeah. Oh, Cuyahoga Falls. Sure, I know where Cuyahoga Falls is. Yeah, well, I say Cleveland area. I grew up in Lorain. So, you know, growing up in Lorain, it's not quite a suburb of Cleveland, but it's right on the edge. So, you know, I'm a Cleveland fan. Always have been, always will be, and that sort of thing. It's raining here in Hampshire, but at least it's not burning down. That's true. That is true. Actually, it was raining here too. As sad as it is, going to have to go. It's so good to see you. Hey, happy birthday to whomever you're going to see in the birthday party. Tell them Dr. McBrick said happy birthday, and thanks a lot. Jungle Cruise Jan, go Browns. That's right. I'm a Browns fan through and through, and I have sat in Municipal Stadium when it is 30 below zero for a playoff game back in the 80s. So, yeah, the Browns, got to be the Browns. You should use simple daylight 100 watt light bulbs. Let me see my thing faded again. 100 light bulbs, they don't get hot. My wife uses 5 of them in her photo studio. That's a good idea. You know, I actually have LEDs. And so the LEDs, even though they don't get my stage lights, I have because they have 400 LEDs in them, those get hot. But like my face LED I have over here and things like that, that doesn't get hot. It's just I've noticed my room gets hot. You know, I'm upstairs now instead of being in the basement. I'm in Florida instead of being in Ohio. I have a huge picture window right here that I'm like a dummy. I open the blinds so the sun's coming right in. So yeah, so that's why I'm hot. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I have all LED lights, all hue lights in my house. Yes, Jungle Cruise Jan, I am a true fan. I am a true fan. Always will be. And you know, although, you know, now that I'm down here, I do firmly believe in whatever city or town, state I live in, or whatever state I live in, I try to support the local team, except for when they're playing my team. And so the Browns are a football team, American football team. But yeah, I support my, I'll support, I'll probably go to a Dolphins game, a Buccaneers game, definitely go to a Jaguars game, since I'm a Clemson University fan through and through, because for a lot of reasons. One, my oldest son went there and got a doctorate from there, and they were very, very good to him and very, very good to me, and I love him. So they're good people there. So naturally, oh man, and I did this, and now I'm going to have to. So anyway, so yeah, so since there are since Clemson players, OSU players, folks are going, have pretty much infiltrated Jacksonville. I'll probably go up there for a game as well, and definitely go see the Heat and the Magic, and I just love sports. I'm not one of those people that's really, I'm not a mean fan. I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater with anything. I'm not a hater with Lego. Obviously, hey, I'm a 55-year-old guy that plays with Lego, right? I can't be a hater. I like all sports. But when you're playing the Browns, yeah, I will turn all of my landscaping light orange around my house when the Browns are playing. Now, of course, University of Florida is orange, and there's a lot of orange teams down here, so no one's going to really probably be the wiser. But I'll know that it means the Browns are playing. So anyway, so yeah, so what else is going on up there or around the world here? I keep forgetting I don't have my camera down on my desk, so I keep putting my stuff down. I apologize. This is how far I've got. You see I got the heart in there. It's very important for a brickhead, just to have the heart, and it's important for all of us, to be honest with you, nowadays, to have a heart, because it just seems like so many people don't have hearts nowadays, and we got to get through all this, man. We got to get through this. All right, let's see here. All right. So what else has been going on? Let me check. See here. I appreciate everyone showing up. This is great. In terms of this brickhead, it's going to be goofy. It's going to look like it's going to be goofy. It's kind of goofy to me. It's going to be goofy here. Pluto. Have you watched Space Jam: New Legacy? Yes, I have. I watched it with my whole family, and my older kids, my adult kids, when they were little, we watched Space Jam with Michael Jordan. And I have to say that although I'm a LeBron James fan, and I love LeBron, and I think that he's done amazing things for my hometown, or what I consider my hometown of Cleveland, but I did not like that movie. I just thought, and maybe it's because I was so in love with the first Space Jam. The first Space Jam was very simple, had a very simple plot. It was unique because they hadn't done real life and animation very much. Obviously Disney had done it, for many movies, but I just didn't like the Legacy one that LeBron did. So no offense to anybody, but I just did not like that. Let's see. About your tables, if you don't want to block your window, maybe you could simply create a bridge and 2 train tracks. Just, I thought about that actually, I thought about, in my old city, if you remember, I had what I called the Bay of Figs. And the Bay of Figs was just water. And so I thought I could just make that with just all water, and then kind of have a bridge that goes over it, and that's all I need. And, a bridge and a truss, like you say, with the train, the road, and that's it. And then I can just pull it in and out when I need to, and then that'll be that. So that's probably what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's a good point. That'll probably happen. You bought the Batmobile, doesn't go in my Lego city, but I couldn't resist getting it. Are you getting that one, Mike? I'm not getting the Batmobile, but I have got things that don't go in my city and that will never make sense, but I like them. And to me, that's what the Lego hobby's about, right? It's about the fact that if you like something, like I like this Goofy, right? I like this Goofy brickhead. I don't really like brickheads, but I'm a Goofy fan. I try to collect everything Goofy. My grandmother, who's 95 years old, has given me a Goofy every Christmas for 55 years, my entire life, even when I was a baby. So Goofy's one of those things that's in my mind. It doesn't go with my city. I can't use it with my city, but I like it. So getting the Batmobile, go for it, man. I mean, if you like things, there was something I bought the other day. What the heck was it? And I thought, how in the world am I going to put this? I can't use this for my city. And my wife even asked me, she's like, why are you buying this? You can't put it in the city. She's really big on if it doesn't go in the city, if I can't put it on YouTube, then I shouldn't get it. So, but I'm just like, I really, really like the way it looks. And I think it's going to be fun to build. What the heck was that? Shoot, I'm looking now. It was a Monkey Kid set. It was a Monkey Kid set. And I just liked the way it looked. And the big mech, the big red mech, the big Shogun looking mech. Yeah. And I'm just like, you know what? It's just going to be fun to build. It's just going to be fun to build. So I like the Batmobile. I think it'd be really cool. I got the Chiron. That was another one I got that doesn't go in the city. I got the Porsche recently. It doesn't go in the city. But hey, you know what? That's what Lego's about. Get it, build it, And if it doesn't go with your anything, so what? You know, you've enjoyed building it. I mean, that's what matters, right? And then you could always, if you want to get rid of it or whatever, you could always sell it on the aftermarket as a used set. Take it apart and sell it. You know, nothing wrong with that. All kinds of ways to be creative in the Lego world, and it's hard to build this with one hand. So thanks for all the likes. I appreciate them. What else is happening out there on this? What? Oh, geez, it's 5 o'clock on a Saturday here in the United States. And obviously we have folks from Chile, from Germany, Canada. Don't know what time zone you're in Canada, but we're very similar. Don't know what part you're in Canada, but probably different time zones and stuff. My best friend in the Lego community is Greg. He has a channel called DrMcBrick. Check him out if you haven't. If you love trains, check out his channel. He's amazing when it comes to trains and building trains and doing special things with trains. But anyway, he and I, you know, he's a whole day and a half or something away from me, right, in terms of time. But we talk constantly. And so it's just so cool to have all these Lego fans all over the world, and you get to talk to folks from many, you know, all different places, no matter what time it is. Let's see. I approve. Same for me. Got the Volk van and car. Don't fit in my city. Beautiful on my shelf. That's exactly right. I have those too. I got the Volkswagen van from long ago, the orange one. I got the Volkswagen Beetle. And my wife texted me the other day, and she said, she sent me a picture of the new blue one. And she was like, hey, this looks really cool. You're going to get this one? And I don't know. I was thinking, well, it's not the same size as the other van, but, you know, what the heck? So, yeah. I totally agree. We have in our old house. In this house, we haven't done it so much this so far. But in our old house, we have those types of Lego models just sitting on tables or in showcases or just as pieces. You know, when people come over, like that old Lego typewriter that they just came out with. I can't do anything with that, but it looks really, really cool to set on a desk or on the side on a side table, right? That's what we do. That's what we do. All right, somebody else came in the room here. Let's see. Hey fellas, Tuscan Productions, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. We're just sitting here building a Lego and chatting, building a Lego Brickhead Goofy, and chatting away, just talking about stuff. It's always nice to pass the time with Lego fans. Like I said, the great thing about the Lego community, unlike a lot of communities, unlike the real world, there's not a lot of hate. And I like that. And, you know, actually, I personally, I know there probably is, but personally, I haven't ran across any hate in the Lego community. We all seem to get along. And, you know, even when we disagree on, like, what sets are good or what sets are bad or these techniques or whatever, no one really gives a rip ultimately. We just like to build with bricks. That's what matters. So, to me, it's a very peaceful type of thing. All right, so I've built this brickhead. I've put the heart in. Now I'm putting this on. Now, this will be the face, I imagine. So now I have to start building the sides and the face and all that kind of stuff. So in order to do that, I am going to need to put a plate down there to attach stuff to. And then I'm going to have to find a couple of 3x1 plates hanging out here and put those on the sides. So, all right, it's great to see everybody. Lego community getting along. I had an argument with 7 people live in a stream yesterday. Yeah, well, you know, like I said, sometimes you argue, but you know, probably you probably didn't hate each other by the time you were done with it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you did. I hope not, but you know. And thank you very much, Rico. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. But, you know, chances are you probably left that stream going, oh, there's, you know, this guy. But you weren't, you know, hating to a point of, you know, I don't know, just like some people do in the world nowadays where they just get so angry at everybody. And I just don't get it. I don't know. I'm a lover, not a hater. That's just the way I was raised, I guess. So, and I love Lego. I love Lego. Can't help that. You bloody won. Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? If you hate all of them, you hate all of them. You know, I guess there's just some people you can't stand, man. And if you won, you won. Okay? That's, you know, hey, that's up to you guys. But yeah, in general, let's just say this in general, okay? They had bad Star Wars theories. Star Wars theories. Oh my goodness, I know. My 28-year-old. Oh my gosh, getting old. My 28-year-old. Her and I get into huge Star Wars battles because she is. I mean, literally, she's got a master's degree, but literally, I mean, she's like a scholar on Star Wars. And I'm sitting here saying, no, it's not like this. No, it's not like this. This is what it was. I went to see Star Wars in 1977 14 times in a row. Stood in line, went 6 times without even eating, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm like, I know Star Wars. Well, her and I get in pretty knocked down fights too, but sometimes I bloody win myself. So I get you. I get you, man. In general, let's say in general, the Lego community is much nicer than other communities. I would stand by that statement. There may be some knockout, drag out fights. There may be some, boy, I can't believe what this person's done on their channel. But in general, you know what? It's a generally nice community. And the way I look at it is, hey, you know, and this is the way I live life. You don't like me? I don't care. Go. Right? I mean, that's just the way it is. That's the way, to me, that's the way my grandfather always taught me that. It's like, you know what? People don't like you? Screw them. Who cares? So that's kind of the way I am in life in general, no matter what. But I try to be nice and nice. God, I left Star Wars community a long time ago. Disney has been pumping them out just for the money. Yeah, they have. Well, you know, they have to, speaking of Disney, they have to make all that money so they can keep that all those new attractions at Disney World open. My goodness, that new Star Tours, or not Star Tours, that's the old one. But the new Star Cruiser. What do y'all think about that, since you're Star Wars fans out there? What do you think about that Star Cruiser thing? Have you seen that? That's pretty crazy. If you haven't seen the Star Wars Cruiser thing, now there's something that there'll probably be a lot of arguments with people over. But again, I'm staying out of those, but it's just interesting to know what people think. But personally, I prefer to goof. All right. Well, hey, we're going to be done with this guy. All right, so I got half a Goofy done. See? He looks kind of smushed, doesn't he, right here? Kind of smushed, smashed. It's one thing about his face. Not, you know, it's like, it's kind of smashed and all that kind of stuff, but hey, he's still got that goofy green hat, right? So we'll see what's going on. Well, thanks for all of you who are sticking around, and I appreciate anybody who watches this video after the fact. It's been fun. It's been nice to talk to everybody, and I hope that once you know, I'm going to try to continue as hard as I can to get on here every week now and get back to my schedule of being on every week and producing quality videos of my mocks and my city and all that kind of stuff every week, because to be honest with you, I miss it, and also I need to get rid of the stress. Yeah, you know, some of the Star Wars sets are very beautiful, and you know, they are really, really cool, and so personally, I like them just because they just look really nice. And you know, the other thing I always do, I mean, I'm kind of weird as well in a sense. I always think of all of, I think if I put this on wrong. I think of all the work that goes into designing those, And so even when there's a set that comes out, a Star Wars set or any Lego set that comes out that sucks or that looks bad or that isn't like the way it should be, I'm thinking, you know what? It's still a freaking good looking set. I mean, it's like, you know, the person that designed it did it better than I could, you know, looks really good. Now, I mean, I have to admit there have been a couple sets where I thought, yeah, I could do better than that. But for the most part, you know, I think, you know what? Ultimately, hey, man, these guys, I mean, they know what they're doing. And so it's like, even if the set sucks, to me, I give them props. I give them props. All right, now I got to build this side build here so that I can make this work. So these are Goofy's jowls, and these are the jowls of Goof that seem kind of, to me, seem kind of odd, because you put them on like this. I see this is now this is a set when you look at it where I think, you know, if I were making this, I would have made probably this might have been better double flesh tone, double tan instead of single. I don't know. It just, to me, I think it would look better if you would have had, well, let's do it. If you would have had a double, well, it can't really do it. Can't really show you. But if you had double on there, I don't know. Maybe it would have looked better. But anyway, that's kind of what I mean. That's one of those things. Let's see. All right, just checking the chat room. It's still good to see everybody out there. It's been really nice talking with everybody and kind of getting back and talking to folks I hadn't talked to in a 6-7 months. So it's good to be back, and I hope to continue. So, all right, we're building this. I think this is the way. No, that's not the way it's supposed to be built. See, I put it on wrong. Put it on this way, and. But yeah, I'll be back to building mocks. As a matter of fact, the first mock I'm building, for those of you that just stopped by, I'm going to make the Daily Bugle. I'm going to make that into Seinfeld's apartment, and so it's not going to be the Daily Bugle. And I know there'll be people who are like, "That's sacrilege! You have to make it the Daily Bugle." No, I'm going to squeeze Seinfeld's apartment into the floors of the Daily Bugle. And if anyone else does that before me, I will be very angry. No, I don't care. But because I know that I was the one that was planning on doing it. Do you remember your first set you got? Mine was a police set, the forest ones. I like the forest police sets, by the way, Ron. My first set I got was a pickup truck in 1971. And if you ever have seen a Lego pickup truck from 1971, it ain't much. I mean, it's a couple of red bricks. It's got a wheel. It's got wheels that have actual pins in them. The actual hubcaps that you stick into a hole. It's like a pin that looks. I mean, it's kind of like this. I mean, a pin that looks like this that comes out of the hubcap in metal, and you put it in a hole, and it sticks that way, and that's your axle. But yeah, I got that, and I loved it because I could put it together in many different ways. And then my grandma bought me a set. Back then, they didn't really sell so many sets. They sold boxes of bricks, and so you could get a box with maybe 100 bricks in it, 200 bricks. One time, I just sat with the catalog going, "Grandma, could I please have the set with 350 bricks?" And she was like, no, I'm sorry, that's $20. That's too expensive. And in 1970, that was very expensive for my folks. So yeah. So anyway, so that was my first set. I loved it. I wish I still had it. And I could probably find it. I'm sure if I went to Brickstar's channel, he would. I would be able to I'd probably just be able to ask him, and he'd probably know what I'm talking about. But he probably even owns it. Knowing him, but I could look it up on Bricklink and and find it, but maybe I will. So All right, well, Goofy is just about done. What are we missing here? We are missing Goofy's nose, for one thing. And then we are missing one of the most important parts of Goofy. And if I didn't know better, let's see here. I would say we have to. Let's see here. All right, I know this is enthralling, right? Watch Dr. McBrick try to put Goofy's hat together. Woohoo! All right, let's put it together. To me, the green hat is the best part of Goofy, at least one of the best parts. And we got to put some of his hair together here because he has kind of a hair piece. Yeah, I apologize for my impressions. Please don't hate. My impressions are just as bad, but you know, I try to do impressions of. That's how I. My kids and I. That's what we did when I was little, or when they were little. Is we just did impressions of everything. All right, so let's see here. All right, so I could try. All right, so right now we're starting to get it. I believe the hat goes on this because isn't Goofy's hat tilted? All right, let's see. Oh, I forgot the ears. I forgot. My man Goofy is a dog. Now that's the other question. So in this set, 2 dogs. One dog talks, one dog doesn't. What's up with that? I don't get that. That impression wasn't that bad. Well, thanks, Rom. I'll try to do. I'll do the impression a little bit more, and then you can tell me if it's really bad. Hey, yeah. Hey, Zabadoc, my friend, my old friend. That's so good to see you, Zabadoc. I am happy that you were able to stop by. I haven't talked to you live for months. Zabadoc, for those of you who don't know, has a great channel. Check his channel out. I enjoy Zabadoc, and I always use his minifig, his sig fig, in my 6 figs in my Figsdale city when I was building them back in the old days, and used to have him doing all kinds of capers and fun stuff in my city and stuff. It's so good to see you, Zabadoc. So good to see you. I was just asked to do my impression of Goofy because I'm doing a Goofy, and I was saying I used to do impressions all the time for my kids. My Goofy is not that great, but I'll do it, and I'll probably mess up because doing it on streaming is not like doing it for your kids. But let's see. Oh, gosh, come on, Mickey, let's get going. All right, that's my impression. I apologize for that. I apologize profusely for those of you that had to witness that. So, all right, let's see here. All right, they're not going to hire me at Disney now. Darn it. Okay, so I got Goofy. Yeah, Zabadoc, I really, I have been tuning into your channel. I've been watching it. I've been hitting the like button and stuff. I love your channel. Even in the 7 months I've been gone, when I've had time, I've got online and have checked your channel out and things like that. So so I've stayed in touch in a sense, but not like I used to. But I am getting back, and this is my first start, this stream, and getting back into it so that I can start putting out videos every week, and that's my goal. And not videos of just showing how bad my office is. Thanks, I'm glad you like my laugh. But videos of actual building and showing, me building Figsdale again, and particularly building 6 figs. I'm also building Minecraft world, which I am so excited about. And there's a good example. Someone was asking and saying that they bought some sets even though they weren't sets that fit in their city. I love Minecraft, and actually, I have a whole bunch of servers that we've had over 7-8 years now, and I love playing Minecraft with my kids and friends, and I love Lego Minecraft, and I have tons of it. I have probably about 30 Lego Minecraft sets from the past 7 years. And so I decided, you know what? Who cares if no one likes it? I'm going to build a Minecraft city. So that's what I'm doing, with the nether and the whole works. So anyway, there we are. there is Goofy. That's Goofy, and that is, you know, I guess I could put these down a little bit. I guess he doesn't have to have them up so high. Have it like, something's, I hear something over there. I hear something over there. What's up, Mickey? Anyway, yeah, so there's Goofy. There he is, and I shall put him on the stand. And let's see here. They have, I know you got to build this stand here for me. You know what? I'm not going to build it. Well, I should probably build the stand. I was going to say, a lot of times I don't build the stand and I save the parts because, you know, there's some good parts. I mean, these are really good. Hey, no problem, Euphoria. I'm going to be going here pretty soon, too, since I'm done building Goofy. I'm not going to build Pluto today, but I got Goofy done, and that's what matters. So, anyway, hey, Edward, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah, so there we go. So there is the Goofy Brickhead. It's set 40378 from Lego. I think they were only like $14.99 or something US, that sort of thing. It's 214 pieces. Also comes with Pluto, who is another dog, but for some reason is not allowed to talk like Goofy is. Still don't get that with Disney, but anyway. But yeah, so it's kind of a cool character. I kind of wish they'd have made this a little bit, you know, kind of thicker. Maybe by adding two, or maybe even just adding a plate. But I don't think they have a curved plate. But that would have been cool, and that would have given it a little more thickness. But there he is in all his glory. Goofy, much better than the mouse, if you ask me. The mouse gets too much credit. Goofy is the Disney character of choice in this house. So anyway, hey, you know what? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate everyone and everyone's comments, all that sort of thing. It's been really nice to spend the past 66, 70 minutes with you all. And for those of you that are watching this after the fact, hi. I'm planning on getting back into the game and starting to do builds, but I'm going to do some mocks. I have my first mock. Listen to this video. You'll find out what my first mock's going to be. It's going to be cool, and I'm going to do that probably before I really start building my city because I want it to be a center point of the city. And so it's going to be a mock modification using the Daily Bugle and the Seinfeld set. That's all I'm going to say. Those two sets, I'm going to mash them, mush them together, and make them into one. So we'll see how that works out. All right, well, I'm going to have to get going. It's time for supper. I hear the dinner bell ringing. And thanks a lot. And I hope you all have a safe, happy, and healthy weekend. And be kind to one another. This is Dr. McBrick signing out. If I know how to sign out. How do I sign out now?